All right, this is take 2. All right.
Remember that very old episode?
Yeah.
It was an old episode. We were shooting for like 20, 30 minutes and none of us ever hit record.
That's a good thing we caught that shit when
Yes,
we did,
man.
man. That would have been fat crazy.
We had a good 20, 30 minute talk with a guest and none of us hit
Oh,
record.
man, what's going on? It's just great we able to catch that when we did, man. That would have been crazy as
early.
hell.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, of course, I'm your boy Adrian, a.k.a. D.
Stubbs.
a.k.a. Mr. Wine with a lime over here. What's
Yep.
this you got right here?
Oh, shoot. I'm glad you said it. This is just elderberry drink.
Man,
The elderberry juice. I got it from More Herbs on 7 Mile. Anybody know about More Herbs? MOORHERBS, 7 Mile.
man, that look like something that would really reconstruct your guts.
Oh, no, yeah. Elderberry, it's like Cascara Sagrada. It just tastes very good. And it does the same thing, not as violent as Cascara Sagrada, but
I was gonna say I was gonna try that too, along with the hawthorn berry. Anybody out there don't know what hawthorn berry is? It's good for your heart. It's good for cardiovascular. So definitely check that out. But yeah,
yeah,
man,
we might start mentioning more herbs to y'all.
man, for real.
Some herbs out here for y'all. Poke root, well, very little bit. That's all I'm going to say about that poke root.
The main one I would suggest to anybody is that burdock root. Please go get some when you can, because I'm a walking testimony of burdock root. I used to have real bad foot pain. Start taking that, no more foot pain, because it's an anti-inflammatory herb.
I like cloves. Cloves get rid of parasites in the body. And I just like, I've always liked stuff with that tangy, spicy kind of taste, like ginger, cinnamon, stuff along those lines.
Yeah. So, holistic healing is the way to go. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I was skeptical. Actually, I've never been skeptical about it. I just didn't know what to do. So please go try it out. Go try it out.
Also, it's a beverage called Sorrel. Mainly a lot of Jamaican spots sell it. And I want to say Mexican store spots, like restaurants, they sell it too. Just try it.
What's that
It's pretty
about?
much made with hibiscus. It's good as heck. To me, I'll be honest, the people who make the best Sorrel around Detroit that I've been to, I haven't been everywhere, but it's a spot called, what is it called? Something Kitchen.
What side of town?
It's called Caribbean Kitchen on 6 Mile. It's kind of by 6 Mile in Wyoming. Caribbean Kitchen.
Salute.
I think that's what it's called.
All right. So we got all of the herb segment out the way. So since
And that was random too. This is a freestyle podcast, y'all.
Man, this is always a freestyle podcast. Speaking of freestyle podcasts, there's been a lot of shit been going on. So, by the way, before we continue, we want to give a shout out to all the guests we had on the show and all the guests we getting ready to have on the show.
Hey, but first, let's talk about this 100 men versus a gorilla. Let's get this out the way.
Let's talk about that, because this is my first. Actually, it's not my first time hearing about it, but this is my first time hearing it being mentioned.
Because this is the way I look at it. Pretend it's 1,000 squirrels versus you. Do you think you could whoop on 1,000 squirrels?
I don't think you can whoop on one squirrel.
They so nimble. But I'm saying now we got to take it from the other perspective. Now it's you versus something kind of greater or bigger than you. Now it's you and 99 other people you know versus a gorilla.
I'd like to know who came up with this stupid ass idea.
Whoever did, salute. You got the internet going crazy off a question or a theory or whatever.
Man, whoever did that.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
But here's so crazy. Since the internet is on fire with this topic, it might be some people that might actually attempt to do that.
But let me ask you a question. What's your answer? Do you think 100 men, who will win?
Do you know how strong? Well, from what we got to go about, what kind of gorilla we're talking about? We talking about a regular gorilla?
The strongest gorilla.
Or we talking about a silverback?
Silverback. I think it's one stronger, but let's just do
Do
silverback.
you know the capability of a silverback gorilla? Last I checked, a silverback gorilla can not bench, but have the strength capacity of 800 pounds.
Higher.
I can believe that.
Minimum is like 1,000.
He
Some
can
people say
he can
4,000.
push you and knock you across the room, let alone rip your face off. What makes you think you are going to go up against that? I don't care if you got 200 men.
So, okay. Can I, my answer?
Go ahead.
I feel like even 50 men could whoop a gorilla. I'm the opposite. Solely because of, now, again, no weapons. You just fighting bare, no weapons.
That's another thing too. Are we using weapons?
No weapons.
Okay,
No weapons. But I feel like, and we're talking about average men. This is why I say yes. I factor in stamina.
Okay.
Stamina alone, yeah, of course, 150 men, even if y'all all just jump on them at once, y'all kind of got a chance. Unless it's going to be one of those movie scenes where the superhero do like this and everybody fly
A
off.
gorilla has a strength capacity, like you said, over 800 pounds?
It don't matter. Just imagine squirrels all over you.
Okay, not saying gorillas don't get tired, but when's the last time you heard of a gorilla getting tired easily?
But you never seen them with true stamina. You never seen them you never seen a gorilla active for 20 straight minutes, 30 straight minutes.
All I gotta say is just keep this in mind. This particular animal can climb trees. He can climb trees. And you know what type of stamina you gotta have to climb a tree at that size?
I still think 50 could pull it off, but especially 100. For one, send people, I would say send them in waves of 20. By that third, fourth wave, the gorilla gonna be tired.
Well, let's just say this. Let's just tweak your answer a little bit. Let's just say we have 50 men that's very skilled at fighting. You got the UFC guys, you got some Navy SEALs or people like that. Let's say 50 of those type of people who's actually very, very skilled at combat. Do they have a chance then? I think they have a better chance than 100 random ass men.
But that's not the question. It was just average.
I know, but I'm just speaking of hypothetics here.
But this is what I want to say. I really need to look at a gorilla's neck, because if somebody can get them in a chokehold, that's the fight right there.
Okay, well let's look this up right here.
I do want to say this.
Now you did say silverback gorilla, right?
It was another gorilla that's, I can't think, Siberian. It's some type of gorilla, but let's just go with whatever the strongest gorilla is if you want to Google it now.
Okay.
But I do want to say this. On average, gorillas have a 8 feet wingspan. That means right to left, extending your arms, that's 8 feet. On average, they're about 600 pounds. They stand over 6 feet tall. Way more muscle mass, but they're also not predatory creatures. They don't really attack humans. It's rare.
What, gorillas?
Yeah, gorillas not really, towards humans, they're not really violent.
Not unless you challenge them.
Yeah, you have had your incidents, or if they feel like they have to protect their group, then they may. But for the most part, they're nonchalant. And they can lift over 1,000 pounds. Some people say 4,000 pounds.
Well, here's the facts about the silverback gorilla, which according to Google is the strongest gorilla species. They say it's the dominant male species of the gorilla troop. The silverback, known for their immense strength and is capable of lifting over 800 kilograms, which is 1,763 pounds. So you're right about that. They're significantly stronger than humans, with some estimates suggesting they're over 9 times stronger than the adult human male.
Yeah.
Almost 10 times stronger than the adult human male.
And
and right here it says the lifting capacity of silverbacks can lift and throw objects weighing up to 850 kilograms. Think about that for a minute.
I'm thinking, but also you got to think. I think about so much things. Okay, let's not even factor in gorillas. Let's reduce it to chimpanzees. They've been known to rip humans' faces off.
Chimpanzees and orangutans.
So now we're going on something that's even bigger and allegedly greater than that. They could, but you also, this is what I really factor in about gorillas. And most animals who compete and do things, they're never in the mentality of, oh, I have to run the fastest right now, or I have to defend my people right now. Like, if we could just somehow communicate to the gorilla, hey, these 100 guys are about to attack you. We want you to give it your all to beat them all. Then he can probably put himself in the mentality of, okay, I'm about to go crazy.
Do you see the size of these?
I want to see the neck. Arms? Type in gorilla neck.
Look, you can see it right here.
Because if you can't get your arm around, if his neck is too broad and you can't get him in, I feel like a chokehold is the one way y'all going to get him.
Look at that. Bruh, come on now. Look how big, this dude, this gorilla is walking on all fours. Look how strong, look how solid he is.
That is,
bro.
yeah.
Solid. That's solid.
But that's what I'm saying. Send people in waves, or if you send them in one at a time, they have to be back. You got to tire them out.
And you got to understand something too. People underestimate a gorilla. A gorilla actually is a very intelligent creature.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
Actually, several gorillas throughout history learn sign language.
Yes. So basically what I'm saying is this species has probably 90% of the human DNA. Very intelligent species. I don't think, and with the strength and brawn, damn near 10 times more than an adult human male, no. Unless you have a strategy to combat this thing.
I think we could do it. 50 or even 100 humans definitely could do it. Look, we whooped on predators in movies. We whooped on aliens in movies.
That's movies.
We whooped on so many things.
That's movies.
I think we could pull it off.
That's movies. And you got to understand something too. This thing's core is ridiculous. You got a crazy core strength. This thing, bro.
I know you
This-
said one punch
this
to
is
send
why
them across the room. I think it could send them farther, though, to be honest with you.
Not just a punch, but a push.
Push, yeah, it could send them pretty far.
Because think about it like this. This is why I would say you should not experiment on these species because, like I said before, look what happened in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start experimenting, making more intelligent than humans, it replace the human population.
True.
That's probably the only thing that's holding them back from replacing us. Well, that and AI. But you know, dude, look at that, man. Look at his teeth, bro. One bite.
They're frugivores, though.
I get it, but still, just imagine them teeth by the hold of your ass.
Yeah, for defense, they got to do what they
Boy, your ass gonna be, man, you gonna be walking like Pops and Friday. Oh, got bitten ass in son. By stinking ass with the gorilla.
But again, I see this in so many perspectives. Now you got to factor in the perspective of you sitting on the porch with 5 or 10 people. A dog come running at y'all. A random dog. Y'all gonna get up and run away from that random dog.
Hey, can I say this too? To add, not to cut you off.
All right.
What type of shape are 100 men in? Because you got to remember.
No, average man, 200 pounds, about 5'9". We got to do an average height, average weight. You might not be the most athletic. We talking about American men too.
Okay, we talking about them, but at the same time, we want to talk about the stamina. This thing, just imagine the stamina of the average American male, because the average American male can win. They're walking up a flight of stairs.
But the average American male, I would like to think would do what I'm doing, become a tactician. We ain't all just going to go, everybody jump on them. That may work, but I say be strategic. Send them out in waves.
What are the odds of that happening unless you really have a plan?
That's one of the main
Let's think
plans,
about
send them
it
out in
like
waves.
I hate to say this, brothers. I hate to say this, but like you just said before, the average man will run away from a damn dog.
True. And I will say this.
Let alone species like this.
About the 100 men, you have to have 100 men who won't be scared. Because usually you sitting there 4 or 5 dudes in there and they get ripped in half and this and that. A bunch of people going to back down. Like, nah, I ain't even going.
And if you want to know about his neck, I think that's the closest thing you're going to look. You can barely.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can
can't
do that. I don't
can't
know if
do
you can get around.
Look at that. That thing is like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Shout out to Mike, but I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
Look, that thing can climb trees,
That
bro.
thing is G Unit for real.
Gorilla unit. 50 Cent looking ass. Look at that. Look. Solid muscle.
Solid muscle. You also got to factor in, will your punches even hurt him? Will your kicks even hurt him?
And remember, we're not using any weapons here.
But I'm bringing it to stamina. Will he fatigue? Will he tire out?
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Since we're on that subject, silverback stamina.
I feel like it might tire out.
All right, well, let's see. And they can stand up just like a human person too. Okay, well, you probably got a point here. They said silverback gorillas are renowned for their immense strength, exceeding that of humans, but they're not endurance athletes. They're capable of lifting over 800, kilograms, roughly twice as much, but they're not built for sustained activity like humans. So you probably got a point.
Tire out. Just like Baki. I love the show Baki. He's a great character, but Baki, I remember one day I think he had to do a triathlon at school, and he was like, damn, I never really tested my stamina because his fights end so quickly.
But just so you know, just because they don't have long wind, don't mean they have bad wind either.
And on top of that, after all they need is a few bursts of energy to put fear in the rest of them.
Yeah.
As soon as you take out the morale of that remaining 70 or 60, that's it.
And here's another thing about animals people underestimate as well. An animal knows when a human is scared. Mm-hmm. And he can, and like I said before, they're going by the rules of the jungle, which makes them more intelligent in that aspect to humans. They'll plot their attack. You know what I mean? Okay, this person's scared. This person do this. This person not as scared as that person. So he's going to plot his attack on who's coming after him. You know? Mm-hmm. And let's be 100. 100 of y'all out there, y'all gonna be scared than a mother. I don't care if it's 200 of y'all out there. Y'all in there with a gorilla, something that's known for ripping you apart. You gonna be scared than a mother. No weapons. Eric gonna be like, oh shit, am I next?
I'm gonna have to get that boy all elbows. Elbows is probably the hardest hit I got. It got to be an elbow. My fist,
He gonna do this.
Even though they average men, give them 2 months or 3 months to train to get to their peak. I don't know.
But how can you do that? You don't even know where to hit his ass at. You don't even like I said, it's different than fighting a human. A human, you know what I'm saying? You got a chance. But with a primate,
That's what I'm saying. What is it? I want to know. Do y'all will the gorilla somehow have intellect enough to learn about humans and how he's gonna go about the fight versus for the next 2 months, all these 100 men get to sit back and learn everything they want to learn about
Look at
the gorilla.
what it says right here: the activity patterns, physical activities like climbing and fighting.
Okay, then we do that too.
Yeah, but not like.
And I think terrain matter too. You got to factor in terrain. What if it's a plain, barren land, just a straight plain? It's no trees, nothing to climb on. It's just a ring, a circle.
You think 100 men gonna stand their ass right there in the circle while gorilla charging at them?
I'm saying somehow they have to because of the competition rules or whatever.
So
they
you
have
mean
to.
to tell me, man, they're gonna be like, hey man, hey, they're gonna be just like this.
You remember?
Scared of the
You remember
motherfucker.
It Man when they was all standing there? He's like, send out 5 men. Send out 5 more.
But here's the problem: you can't compare that because those are men; they're not a gorilla.
I'm just saying, man. I still, for some reason, I'm rooting for us. I think we can pull it off. 100 men versus. I think we can pull it off. That's
I'm all for us, but at the same time, I'm here to keep it real. That's a damn gorilla. That gorilla can rip you in half. And see, and stupid shit like that is the reason why. I'm just keeping it with stupid shit like that is the reason why they say men don't live long. So that's all I'm gonna say with that.
Stamina and fatigue.
Okay,
That's the crux of this whole. That's what we need to factor in. That's what we gonna win. Yeah, the first, the front line gonna get toe up. The first probably 2 lines put out the people you don't like.
Nigga, the first 3 lines gonna get your ass toe up.
The last 2-3 days I ain't get along with these guys. Put them out.
So okay, let's just say you were able to get hands on the gorilla. Are you trying to slam him down now? You can't slam him.
Hands on the gorilla.
You can't slam him. I don't care how tired he is. He's strong. He's solid. You can't get on behind him. He's not a human. The biggest human, you probably got a chance. But with this thing, it got a capacity over 1,400 pounds. Ain't no way. You ain't got no gun, no nets, no knife, no nothing. No tranquilizer, no nothing. Are you able to get on behind him or whatever and slam him down? And pull him down? And his core is crazy because he's agile as fuck. A gorilla is agile. Let's keep that in place. Matter of fact, remember back when they had that situation with that one gorilla? I think a kid fell
with
into
the baby. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. What's his name? Damn, start with an H, I think.
Harambe, yeah. Harambe. They didn't send nobody in there to get him.
Shot him.
They shot him from the helicopter.
And guess what though? All the experts of gorillas said he was actually protecting the child. He was never.
He wasn't gonna kill. No,
he wasn't gonna do nothing.
Notice that's not the first time I heard of a kid falling in the gorilla pit.
A lot of animals, even some predator animals. It was this a cheetah or a lion. It killed a mother baboon. Discovered the mother had babies and took care of the babies.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of predators like, yo, I had to eat. I didn't know you was. You know, especially for kids, they look out. But then you got yours like the snakes. They'll swoop in and eat all the eggs.
You know, I admire you for for men. Giving men hope. But I'm a realist, bro.
I'm a realist too.
I'm a realist. I just don't think so.
Now, if it's but then you also, even though it's average men, let's deduce it. Men who not thinking, men who just, all them warrior movies where it's always that one army, they just all crazy. They just go out fighting. They're brawlers.
Yeah.
Like in the movie 300.
But they had weapons too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm saying. They had weapons. I mean,
fatigue is the answer, bro. Especially if all 100 dudes, hey, when we go in there, we all gonna punch the same spot. You ever been in a fight or watched the fight and his opponent, all he doing is kicking his leg. Eventually his leg he gonna start.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a lot of kicks. That gorilla's strong as a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah, that gorilla's strong. Your leg gonna
okay, maybe not 50. Maybe not 50. Because that 50, he got enough energy. Especially if you send him out in waves, that give him time to recover.
Hey, you gotta realize something too. You said that if they're in the ring, they're not running anywhere. So they're gonna be in one condensed spot. So he don't have to run. So you gotta
factor. He's about to just go crazy.
He about to. If anybody gonna be running out the ring, it's gonna be the men. They're gonna be flying out the ring.
Okay, the rules for the men, for the 100 men, you gotta be fearless. That's one stipulation.
Let's keep it 100. Your ass gonna be scared. I don't care who you are. You gonna have some type of fear. You in there with a primate that's known for ripping people apart.
Stamina, bro.
Would you be in there with one?
Yeah.
Would you be
with 99 other dudes who?
So you were standing there and taking.
But now I'm like, I wouldn't be in there just to be in there. Like, what's the prize? I'm not doing it just to.
No. We just gonna do it for the satisfaction of saying you fought a gorilla.
I would go in there, yeah.
So
but it got to be a gorilla I don't like. I know that don't make. I can't just for science. I can't do that shit. Like this gorilla is peaceful. He eat fruit. He don't bother nobody. If they be like, oh, this gorilla did this to 9 people or whatever.
What?
Like I can't, bro. I don't even like stepping on bugs, even when I'm unaware.
I get it, but maybe fighting a gorilla ain't for you.
Nah, it probably ain't.
Maybe it ain't
That's what I'm
for
saying. If it's some weird scenario or reason, this what it is. You wouldn't plus these 99 other dudes.
Well, anyway, all I know is I just want to give a big shout out to Outkast down in Stankonia. They just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
About time they should have been there.
Man, what the hell's going on?
I want to know who all got in before them.
A lot of motherfuckers got in before them.
That didn't deserve it to be there.
I can't think
them.
of any. But since actually I want to say before Speaker Box a little below. I mean AT Aliens.
They should have got in.
They should have definitely got in because that's a timeless group.
But they should have got in before he dropped the Flute album. I also say that. I gotta say that.
Why? What's your reasoning for that?
No reason. I ain't gonna say it.
Man, now all I'm saying is, bro, that is a timeless group right there. What's your favorite Outkast album? Would you say?
Album? Oh shoot. We'll just do AT Aliens.
Yeah, AT Aliens, classic album.
We'll do AT Aliens.
Or Super Cat.
Super Spotty.
Damn, I can't think.
I know what you're talking about.
Super Cat. I can't. Y'all know what the hell I'm.
Supercalifragistic.
Y'all know.
I know what you're talking about.
Y'all know what the hell it is. Go. Get.
Now, I do want to speak on something.
What's up?
It's called solar geoengineering. This is kind of a serious topic, y'all. Over in Britain, United Kingdom, they're talking about dimming the sun. I don't agree with that shit.
That sounds like a Simpsons episode.
They're talking about dimming the sun, and guess who? Your boy backed it. Your boy agrees they should dim the sun.
Who?
Bill Gates.
Now, why would they be dimming the sun?
They say that, I guess, because it's getting too hot. The sun is evolving. Last summer was hot as heck. This summer, you see, it kind of feel like it came early. The sun getting too hot, so they trying to put something into the atmosphere that reflects, I want to say 30 or 40% of the heat and the light back into space, and it doesn't even hit the Earth at all, which in return will cool down the whole Earth.
This sounds exactly like that Simpsons episode.
Yeah, so
Mr. Burns blacked out the sun.
Blacked out the sun, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree. And on top of that, a consensus. If you ever take a vote, like I'm part of a union, sometimes we got to do a consensus. That means everybody has to vote yes. If we're about to do some shit that's going to affect the whole world, I feel like each and every country, every city, every state, every province needs to vote yes on it. Even if you got one country or whatever, continent, whatever, says no, the answer no, because it's going to affect them too. The answer is flat out no.
And how would they plan on blocking out the sun?
You know what? Like, in my opinion, they're going to put something in the sky, and I think it's going to just be more chemtrails. Like, they're going to have planes go in the air around the clock, go vastly more, put out more stuff in the sky to reflect the sun. But most likely, if they do this, it's not going to be seasonal. I mean, it's going to be seasonal. It's not going to be in the wintertime because it's already cool.
Shit, man. That's all.
It's going to be mainly every summertime.
They're always trying to find a way to alter nature. I mean, they just have. It's like they have a beef with nature all the time.
And it's a 50 million. Some sources said 50 million. Other sources said $66 million experiment. Look at the word experiment.
$66 million experiment to block out
dim the sun.
Boy,
to combat global warming.
Dim sound like a nice way of saying block out the sun.
And it's called Advanced Research and Invention Agency, ARIA, A-R-I-A.
These fucking people.
These are the ones who have proposed it. Bill Gates agrees. A few other people agree.
You know what I think it really is about?
Particles in the atmosphere to reflect sunlight back into space. What y'all think about that?
I think this is what I really think it is. Their skin can't take the sun.
I ain't want to go there, but let's go there.
Yeah, I think their skin can't take the sun. You could put two and two together and what I'm saying they is, but their skin can't take the sun.
It's a lot of people lately been moving from the south up north, like, yo, it's just too hot down there. It's always about to be hot everywhere. That's why y'all got to do this. And then like, damn, who said it? I want to say it was you or somebody on one of our videos said we got gamma DNA in us.
That was me.
That was you? Mm-hmm. And I believe it. When the sun reaches certain heat, because you see it's getting hotter, when it reaches a certain heat or point, it's going to react with copper skinned people, melanated people throughout the world. And we may start to tap into some X-Men, some superhero type stuff. Maybe. Who knows?
I haven't seen him in a while on YouTube, but shout out to Yahi from the channel The Children Is Real Out Here. And he breaks down the numbers as well as Marvel characters as well as the gamma DNA. You know what I mean?
I don't agree with all black people having electrical powers. I understand it, but come on, man, give us why I can't have laser eyes.
I don't think so either. But what I do think is it's a reason why they putting all this shit in the water and in the food to dim your whatever that's in you, whatever that the creator put inside of you to make you powerful.
That's why I think once you rid your body of all them toxins, chemicals, pollutants, even the parasites, then you'll tap into something where you're gonna. Honestly, we've always been gods. It's just something blocking us from being gods. Once we get them things out of our body, and our connections can go from point A to point B how they supposed to go. I mean, we just reveal who we've always been. We've been gods.
I mean, just look at us in sports. I mean, we're physically dominant like that. That's just a small piece of what we can do.
That's why.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling y'all be wanting to get y'all kids vaccinated. I'm not even talking about 2020 vaccinations. I'm talking about the vaccines when you first born. We don't need none of that. In my opinion, this is my opinion, personal. Don't take us off that. We don't need none of that. None of them vaccines. Just let your kid be born. He's gonna experience the world. They already good to go for the world. All them stuff y'all put in them, no.
I can go deeper on that conversation, but I'd just rather wait till we get a private platform for that.
Yeah, because y'all be wanting to block us for our opinions.
But
our opinions don't even reflect the brand. It's each individual person own opinion.
I forgot to bring this up. You mind if we go back to animals for a minute?
Go ahead.
Besides gorillas being smart, I think alligators are being smarter as well. Have you seen the video?
Oh, what?
I think it was over in Indonesia, India, somewhere where it's heavily populated alligators.
Oh, go ahead.
And
I know she
it was the arms.
He was pretending he was drowning.
Yeah, it was pretending like it was a human or a baby, but come to find out, it was an alligator on his back with his arms in the water, so he can attract a human out there, so he can kill it.
I seen that.
And there was something else going on. Did you see the one about? I think this one was down in Florida, where it was two alligators. One, they caught it on ring. One went up to the doorbell and rang the doorbell.
Alligator?
An alligator.
I ain't seen that.
Hey, these reptiles are getting smarter, bro.
It's cats do it too. It's a bunch of cats and dogs. Like the homeowners, when they leave the house, they look at their cameras and they be seeing their animals opening up the fridge, grabbing snacks, and they sometimes put everything back. And they cats be ringing the doorbells, just let me in.
But let me ask you this: do you think these movies got a point where you see like when the humans ain't away, they actually act out how they really are?
Like
humans?
Toy Story or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Or is it that over time that these animals are getting smarter?
It's both. It's what you see. Like, damn, every time you press that button, food come out of there. I gotta press,
Because back then, like in the 90s, like when Toy Story came out, cameras weren't everywhere like how it is today. Today, it's a camera everywhere.
So that's what I think it probably been going. We just not can capture it.
Well, when I saw that alligator out there with his hands in the water, I said to myself, look, one of two things, like you said, they've been doing that, or they're getting smarter, or we're getting dumber.
I ain't gonna say we getting dumber. We getting smarter too, but...
Idiocracy.
Good movie. Go check it out.
That's all I got to say. Idiocracy.
Good movie.
But on to another topic. Let's talk about... We want to talk about Shannon Sharpe for a hot second?
Man, we'll go there.
All right. Shannon Sharpe. I see a lot of people, basically getting mad, saying he this, he that, he dumb, which he is. I'm not saying he ain't dumb. He's very dumb, and I'm going to tell you why. You want to know, I don't think the problem is necessarily him messing around with a younger woman, per se. You know what I think he done?
What?
He talked too damn much.
You're an interviewer.
No.
When the camera's off.
No, I'm just saying he talked too damn much when it comes to his personal life.
About his personal life?
No, when it comes to his personal... Yeah, about his personal life.
Yeah.
Because it's how you always talking about the women he involved himself in, this and that. You talk too goddamn much. You're running your mouth too much, man. I understand you trying to be like an older cat who's act like you still got it, but come on, that's not... You don't need to say that and look what it got your ass.
Let me say this to you, Shannon Sharpe.
Unk.
This is where you messed up. You didn't have an NDA. When you reach a certain status, everybody you mess with on certain levels, sexual levels and a few other levels, NDA. Anybody you have at a house party, NDA. Like, even if you somehow invite your whole family, hey, y'all can all come over. We're going to have a big party at my house for the next 2 days, this whole weekend. All your family members got to sign that NDA.
And you want to know why I don't think him dating younger women is the problem? Now, I know it was a different time, but look at people like Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Now, I understand, people want to say, well, he black, he this and that. Okay, fine, whatever. But at the same time, the situation at hand is older men have been dating younger women for a long time. Look at Bill Belichick.
What about the girl Nicole? They killed her. Well, I'm sorry, they unalived her.
Oh, you talking about Nicole, what's her name? Nicole Simpson? Something like that?
It's Nicole something.
Oh, Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, Anna Nicole Smith.
She was dating a big oil tycoon. And his family, he wanted to give her the money. The family intervened like, man, you ain't about to give all this money to her. They got her up out of there.
But see,
possibly, allegedly.
But see, the situation at hand is, they want to, and you know what? Why is there a problem when a man date a younger woman?
Shouldn't be.
It's never a problem when an older woman date a younger man.
Now, I say to a certain age, we gotta. No, I don't care how old I get. I'm probably always gonna drop down to about 23, if I'm single.
And that's okay. You can do that. There's no problem with that. But the situation at hand. This is what I also think too. Let me relate this back to Shannon Sharpe. Shout out to all the creators who said this, but suing is the new divorce. Lawsuits. Mm-hmm. Because if you're somebody, especially a black man, and you out there trying, and you made a name for yourself and you got the money, you're public enemy number one.
Look at Israel Adesanya, Stylebender. He's a MMA fighter.
Public
His girlfriend, they was only in a relationship for 1 year, and she tried to sue him for all his money or half of his estate. Come to find out, he did what the soccer player do. He don't even got money. All his earnings go to his mom. So once she filed for the lawsuit, she had to pay him because she had more money than him.
Look at the quarterback down in who played for the Texans. Mm-hmm. Same situation, and ironically from the same damn lawyer, Tony Busby. That guy. But what I'm saying is, you got people preying on successful black men. You know what I mean?
I think it happened in other races too, though. It's not really just a black man thing. But ours get televised. Ours
get. I don't know. It seems like with us, how we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That anything to take a black man down.
Yeah, I got to put something in the news. So we the ones who go in the news the most. Say somebody get caught for smoking reefers. Oh, the black guy smoke reefer. Every race smoke reefers equally, but we the only ones get in trouble for it, or the harsher crimes.
And speaking of that, let's relay that to the
reefers.
Shedeur reefers. What the hell, reefer? He said
reefers. Reefer Madness. Go watch that movie.
Are you a square?
L7 weenie never made sense to me because an L and a 7 makes a rectangle.
But to relay that to the Shedeur Sanders situation. You know what I mean? Everybody's...
Dang, bring me back up to speed. I know I can't think of it.
Well, basically, him not being drafted.
Oh,
early.
First round.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he get, third round?
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
But I heard his jersey price is done spiked up. His and a few other people's.
But you know what?
Salute to the small victories. Fuck it.
I mean, even with that type of situation, a lot of people are taking sides. They want to say the NFL is this, the NFL buck broker. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Prove them wrong. You in a perfect position now. Prove them wrong. Make your haters envy you.
And on top of that, too, people out there pointing fingers at him, talking about he's not good enough. What?
Man, bruh.
I'm gonna have to look.
I don't know his stats. I can't speak to that.
Okay, now he might not have had a very impressive year when he first got on the scene, but look at this. What about people like Tom Brady? Tom Brady got drafted in the 6th round. And he had to develop himself to become who he is, the quote unquote GOAT.
That's what I'm saying. So you're in a perfect position, just like a Tom Brady position.
Now he's willing to develop himself to become better. Yeah. Why not?
Do it.
And I hope he all the success he has in the NFL, because you know what I mean. You got a lot of people rooting against you, young man.
Just don't become a bust, because there's plenty of people got drafted first round and turn out to be bust.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna list them. I'm mainly speaking on a lot of NBA players, but we know who the busts are. It happens. It occurs.
Young King, as you can see, you got a lot of enemies out here. A lot of enemies that want that's preying on your downfall. Prove them wrong.
And you got allies even who want to lift you up higher than what you are right now. So
you got your father by your side.
Use your discernment. Make the right choices. But I still want to know, is it true you was in college for 6 years? God damn.
God damn, that is a long time.
6 years? Like, what was you trying to be? I heard it. I don't know if it's true.
I mean, even that's the case, man. Hey, if you in the field, bro, you better show out. You better, you got a lot of people. You got a lot of adversaries out there who do not want you to make it. So do what you can. Be smart. Don't throw no temper tantrums unless it's necessary. But what I'm saying right now is you got a target on your back, and these people do not want you to win.
I want to know what degrees you got though, because you got to have at least 1 to 2 degrees. If
You don't need it, all the NIL money he got.
It don't matter still though. You in college for all that time. What you doing, bro? After 4 years, you get something.
Let's keep it 100. He in there to play football.
I'm not saying
you're dumb. I'm not saying you're dumb. But yeah.
Yes, salute to you. Salute to anybody who's had an accuser and they came out on top. So I'm talking to not Shannon Sharpe right now because you're going through it right now, but I'm talking about like Jonathan Majors, Bill Cosby, even. Just all several of y'all out there who y'all, especially who I'm really talking to, the athletes who had SA allegations on them and they tarnished your career. You ain't even get to make it into the league.
That's
your
crazy,
prime
bro.
years, you had spent them and locked up. You got out. And now you got to be in the D League or you never was able to reach your pinnacle.
That's crazy work right there.
And then the women accusers don't never get nothing. When it all come out to like that, it was all a lie. They don't get nothing. The girl who accused Emmett Till, she lived a full life.
I heard, I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to say that if when we get a private platform because there's more to that story than people know.
Yeah.
But
And she even divorced her husband. The one who hurt him and his brother who did the whole thing. Everybody knew they did it. That's why a jury of your peers, they got them dudes up. Man, I don't even want to talk about that.
I do want to switch topics to economic news real quick.
Let's go.
I don't know if you heard about what's happening at UPS.
No.
They say UPS is cutting 20,000 jobs.
For AI or for what?
Well, they're trying to say it's the tariffs. The tariffs is the reason. They say Amazon had to cut a lot of jobs too as well. Amazon had to cut a lot of jobs, and I guess UPS had to match their job cuts with cutting out 20,000 jobs. And, I find that ironic too because you remember before the UAW went on strike, UAW had a record-breaking contract as well, which the people didn't pay. I think they paid their people like, $60 an hour? I think the highest where they top off at.
Yeah, it was up there. I remember that. It was up there.
And then not too long after that, the UAW went on strike to fight for similar wages.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They didn't get that. But what I'm saying is, the point where I'm getting to is this. Jobs like that are going to be gone in a minute because they're not going to keep paying people that type of money.
Let me say this. This is the way you keep people around for long, for 30, 40 years. Bring back pensions. Most people, even for their same wages or slightly going from $20 an hour to $60, $50 an hour, most people, you will prefer that. But when you know the future of that, in 5, 10 years, we all going to get laid off. Most people be like, instead of taking me from 20 to 50 or 60 an hour, just take me from 20 to 25, 27 an hour and start doing pensions. Bring it back to pensions.
Here's the situation.
People will work longer when they think they're working towards something. I'm telling you, it's psychology.
They never did want pensions in the first place.
They never did.
That's why they got rid of pensions. That's why they implemented something called the so-called 401k.
Yeah.
Now, the situation at hand is right now, this ought to tell everybody out there who has a 9-to-5 job, looking for a 9-to-5 job or whatever, they're trying their best to replace you. They are. And how they're going to do that is by doing stuff like this. Agenda 2030, mass unemployment by 2030. And on top of that, too, let's talk about AI. AI's coming. Let's just say these tariffs do bring back these quote-unquote blue-collar jobs. You're not going to work it. They're going to have machines in there doing those jobs. Let's keep it funky.
I do want to say this about Trump. He keeps saying the same thing over and over. He's trying to build up and bring back the American economy. So a lot of y'all, please just start businesses. Open up a factory, start a business, get some employees. He wants Americans to put America first. Like, why is everything outsourced? That's very dangerous. If all these nations decide we don't want to send y'all shit, then damn, we ain't getting no overnight, no food, even no electricity. Some of it come from Canada. We ain't getting no this, no that. So he's like, we need to be self-independent to a degree. So we got to start, if you can, get a loan, take out a loan, buy a building, start making shirts or whatever you got to do. We got to build up the American economy so we can have products and money of our own. And then we can start outsourcing to these other places.
The problem with that is that we are in a timeline right now where they want the economy backs to break because they're trying to implement something else. Now, as far as Trump trying to bring stuff back, I get it, but I think it's too late. I think we're past that
Ain't
point.
too late. Ain't never too late.
I think as far as things going right now, we're too late. Because like I said before, we got AI coming in.
I disagree with that too late shit.
I'm sorry, but that's just me. We got AI coming in.
We got MIT here. We can build more AI. We got the computer.
No. What I'm saying is when it comes as far as blue collar work, blue collar. Look, they crippled the middle class for a reason.
Get y'all certificates up. Obtain new skills. We can't. I'm talking to myself even. Every 10 years, you shouldn't even be at the same job. Talking to myself even. You should become new, adapt, and grow. Only what is it? Survival of the fittest. Only those who survive are the ones who adapt. Some shit like that. One of them Darwins.
That's a Darwin. Yeah, that's a Charles
One
Darwin
of them
theory.
Darwin theories. Yeah.
But yeah, man, come on now. I mean, we even got AI flipping the burgers. Even Sam Altman, the so-called godfather of AI, was saying people are not ready for what this technology is willing to do. I mean, you got people talking to their phones like they're having a conversation with it.
It was a movie with a black woman. She was in NASA. I can't think of what it's called. Probably not Hidden Colors.
Probably I don't know.
Taraji P. Henson was in the movie.
That was Hidden Colors.
That was Hidden Colors. Yeah, I remember them group of black women. They was allegedly the computers. But when the IBM computers was coming around, what did they do? They knew something was coming, so they adapted. They was like, okay, we about to learn this shit for the new position. It's the same right now. If everybody know AI coming, guess what AI and computers do? They break the fuck down. So if they break down, why don't you start right now learning how to fix robots and computers, become an engineer or something? Because everything's just going to change. I can't no longer, you're taking my burger flipping job, but guess what? The wrist on that robot going to malfunction. And if you can set up a company that, we go in there, we service these robots whenever they go down, you good. People don't want to adapt. They want to be comfortable. Again, I'm a hypocrite too, because I'm very comfortable in several ways in my life.
You're absolutely right about that. But here's the problem with what you just said. The only issue with that is that that's only for certain people to do that. Everybody's not going to be able to do that.
All right, you're going to get left behind. Survival of the fittest again. What? Oh, you fell in last place? Niggas in last place get ate the fuck up. Goodbye. I'm sorry. The ones who was able to go from last place and run back into second or first, you're going to be good, thus stronger. Man, get out of here. I'm sorry, bro. And if I'm ever in last place and I get got, that's just what it is.
I mean, it is what it is, yeah. But what I'm saying is, look, like just to piggyback on what he said, this so-called economy or whatever you may call it, this is getting ready to transform into something else. So those of y'all out there not thinking of a plan, the way to win, hey, what's the button I'm looking for?
I don't even fuck with that kind of shit.
We don't mess with that.
Yeah, we don't mess with that because you got it. Like you said, life is all about, life is going to change. Change is going to happen regardless. It's going to be good or bad change. But just so you know, there's only so much you can do.
Adapt and grow. That's what it's all about. I'm complacent in this regard, that regard, but in several others.
Even the situation that we're doing.
Yeah.
We're not going to, even off the scenes, you know what I mean?
Off the scenes. We got a lot of stuff going on. Yo.
And you got people out there who still won't believe it after you got proof.
And that's why I'm so proud of you, even with the herbal stuff.
Hey, I mean, shit.
I was like,
made me feel better.
You attempted it. You was like, well, let me just do more than just listen to it. Let me try it. And you was like, okay, you notice a few benefits. Same with me. It's several regards.
Plenty of great benefits.
I just bought a bunch of new herbs I never tried in my life. I'm about to try them. Hopefully they go good.
Also, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm about to.
I was going to relay that to the student loan thing. I know you heard about what's going on with that.
Oh, yeah. They garnishing?
Yeah, talking about garnishing. Look.
Talking about it. Shit, they do.
If y'all know anything, get properly done, it's illegal for them to do that because all debts are considered paid.
House Drake resolution stat. Damn. Stat 192? Damn,
192.
It is 192?
192. If you get
it's stat 80. House Drake resolution. Fuck.
But yeah.
It's in one of my books.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is if you're properly done, if you correct your status, all debts, private and public, are paid. Am I dropping too much game here?
No, you ain't dropping too much.
I'm just saying because
until they heed the message, you got to repeat it. Because
it's like, even though we could say this till we blue in the face, even with people we know, they don't believe it. And they're going to be left behind.
You're going to get left behind, thus gotten.
I mean, because look at it like this. I understand y'all look at Trump as a tyrant, but at the same time, he's kind of telling you what's really going on. A lot of people ain't listening. The only thing you can relate his demeanor to is him being racist.
Yeah, I remember he flat out told Hillary, I use the same tax codes you use. The reason why you won't change them is because you will no longer benefit. That's some real stuff. It's tax. Learn the codes then so we all can benefit. It's people don't pay taxes and they make over $1 billion a year, but they don't pay nothing because they know how to.
Amazon. Sorry.
Let me say this. It's a difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. One is illegal. The other one, hey.
You want to tell them how?
I ain't telling them nothing. Do your own research. We kicking enough game for y'all.
Hey, one more. Hey, let's find a good button for that. Hold on. Here we go right here.
I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
I don't hate your guts. I just don't want to inform you of everything.
Oh, no, here we go.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah, it is.
Just leave it like that.
I be telling people I'm a 5%er, but I'm a 10%er. And I mean that in the regards of 10% of people have the information and won't share it. But then 5% of the people have the information and will share it. And everybody should aim to be a 5%er. But sometimes the reason why I'm a 10%er, because I want you to do a little bit of work. Like, bro, I've been telling you all this information, and you don't study it, you don't research it, you don't. In me, in some regards too, people tell me, I'm always a hypocrite in several regards. But do y'all research? I can't just sit here and tell you everything. You go over there and regurgitate it. Go over there and regurgitate it. Do your research, because I might one day just kick you out two or three facts of false information to see if you're just still out there regurgitating. That's why you got to learn and study for yourself and show thyself approved. Study for yourself. I'm going to start doing that too. I'm going to start kicking out 5 bits a game that's 100% true, and then I'm going to say one shit that's not true just to see if people come back and if you correct me.
Hey.
You remember you did that shit the other day.
What bro said.
Damn, what was we talking about the other day? You was like, I knew what that was.
We
was talking about something.
S&P 500.
Yeah, S&P 500.
We talk about a lot of shit off here. Yeah. If we had a private platform, hey, we'll really put y'all up on the game. But you know what? To questionable news, they just had a sperm race. Have you heard about that?
Man, we did that the other week.
I know, but they really had it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, didn't they have another one? I thought they had 2 of them.
There might have been 2. I just know it became an official sport.
Yeah, I mean, they actually, I didn't think, I was like, hell no.
You know, I actually watched it. I don't know if that's gay to actually watch the sperm race, but that one sperm was ahead of the pack. I don't know. It was ahead of the pack.
Man.
Even his own
ain't right.
Even his own group he was with, that nigga was just up there. Like, I don't know.
Pause.
Is that gay to watch sperm race?
Pause.
If it is,
Pause.
I don't know. It's so new. It's new. Sometimes new shit you don't know is gay.
I'm not even going to ask you why, but I'm just, look, all I'm saying is, where the hell we get, look, I was doing my research on a few things. Now, right now, they say, male sperm count is low right now. The testosterone is low across all males. The birthing numbers are low all across the world. People are not having children anymore. And you know what I mean? The dynamics between both sexes are not good.
The 4th year under Trump's first term, I remember he had a black doctor. It was a black woman, and she admitted about aliens being real, and then she said, don't get the vaccine because the vaccine will make it to where you won't be able to have kids.
Don't have kids? Yeah,
I remember that black woman.
Yeah.
Because it was like the last few months of his term, he brought her on, and she was just saying a bunch of stuff that I could just see the conviction in her. To her, this is real. She flat out admitted to aliens. She admitted to, and I remember specifically, she was like, if you get vaccinated, it's going to mess you up in another way, but also fertility. You won't be able to have kids.
Also, it messes young ladies up, too. I'm also hearing that they knock young ladies' periods off by, as far as I heard, 61 days straight.
Man, a lot of footage from 2020 and 2021 vanished off the internet.
I wonder why.
You cannot find it, bro.
I wonder why.
All these people switching up their stories. I never said that.
Bullshit.
Bruh, come on.
I remember all you motherfuckers who I argue with.
Yo, bruh,
I remember all you motherfuckers.
You know my finishing line when I feel like I'm losing. You know how everybody say that one evil shit when you lose an argument, or if you just want to let them know your trump card. My trump card is, hey, didn't you get vaccinated? Bro, we could be talking about you shouldn't cut the crust off a sandwich. You should eat the sandwich with the crust, and I could be on the other side. And I was just, hey, didn't you get vaccinated? And it's a fucked up.
Let me tell you, bro. Back during 2020, back when they put out the mandate.
Yeah,
bro. Facebook. I had this one person. He was literally delusional. I mean, he was gone. And whenever I made a post against the vaccine, he will always pop up in there all the time saying, see, this is why I listen to people that's smarter than me, like the doctor. You should listen if you were smart. And I said to myself, wait a minute, so you're going to downplay your intelligence by calling another person smarter than you? Make that make sense. So what I did was, it was an article that said 20,000 fully vaccinated people are diagnosed with C19. He said, "What's your proof?" I put it up there. I said, "Here's my proof." Shut his ass all the way the hell up.
Did he reply at all?
He said, "This week he made a lame ass excuse saying, I remember this to this day. Well, okay, I did say that, but at the same time, it's still important to get vaccinated." I said,
How?
What? I just make that make sense.
They're talking about now that all vaccines, polio, all these vaccines, you don't need none of them. You don't need none of them. But if y'all want to, go ahead, listen to who you think is smarter than you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Listen to the interview. Listen to the guy within. My hunch, bro.
can I ask you a
Go
question?
ahead.
What would you think about a person who said, "I listen to people that's smarter than me"? What is your initial reaction mentally when somebody tells you that?
I'm gonna get away from you. Clearly, bruh, listen to yourself, bruh. Even when the COVID first came out, it was a hunch. I didn't know all the scientifics about it, but something in me was like, this ain't right. So sometimes it's not even about somebody being smarter than you or dumber than you. Sometimes it's about how you feel internally. I remember when I was a kid, my mom took me to the dentist to get mercury in my mouth, mercury fillings, and I kept saying, no, something ain't not right with this. Something not, no, I don't. You know, I'm a kid though. I'm arguing with her and I'm arguing with the dentist. Mind you, most parents gonna side the dentists clearly went to school, and I don't care where they went. They're wrong. It don't make sense.
Well, my saying to that is that are they really smarter than you, or are you dumb enough to believe them? That's all I gotta say about that.
Hey, I just recently saw something on Instagram. It's this guy. He's a straight up pretendian. He's so delusional.
Pretending.
Pretendian. He is.
What is a pretending?
You're not Indian. You're a pretendian. You're an imposter. You're an imposter. He said, this dude just said, the black people were the $5 Indians. The black people in America are the real $5 Indians.
Oh wow.
I'm like, what up, bruh?
Oh wow.
I usually don't react. I usually can see something that I can be.
Oh wow. Who is this guy?
Bruh.
Well, we'll talk off here. Well, I'm just saying, I got to see this person.
Man, I'm like, bruh. As soon as he said that, I was like, nigga, bruh. He got me out of my body with that. I was like, niggas, you serious, bruh?
Hey, hold on.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
Bruh.
Also, I'm going to say this to him.
Why are you gay?
That's to you, whoever you are.
It might be a lady on TikTok. It was either TikTok or Instagram, because this is this lady on TikTok.
Okay, I'm interested to know, why did he say, did this person have any proof?
He's just so delusional. He's just a delusional. You're Asian, my guy. You're from Asia, bruh. You're from Mongolia.
So he's a Kamala Harris?
No. I'm saying most of the people, when you hear the word Indian and you see them in your head, most of the ones we see, y'all not Indian for real. Y'all came from Mongolia, from Asia, some even from Alaska.
He said black
and they put
people
y'all
are
in the
real
spots
fine
of
out
us. Man, get out of here, bruh. I don't want to talk to you about nothing, bruh.
He said black people are the real
Are the real $5 Indians, bruh. I might have to make it short of this moment. He said that, bruh. I'm like, bruh.
I gotta see this person.
I'm gonna find it. I might have to make, bruh. I was so heated when he said that. I'm like, bruh, nobody don't get me out of my body. I don't ever want to fight nobody off of words and statements. It's your opinion, but that shit, for like half of Nick, what?
Something ain't right.
You don't even understand, bruh.
Nah, I just, okay.
Man, as we get into these questions, we got some more topics.
Actually, I got one more.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about this fake ass material coming from overseas. You know,
Food?
No,
or-
fake ass material.
I'm saying like food though.
No. I don't know if you saw it or not, but ever since Trump did this tariffs, a lot of things start getting exposed. Like, catch an example, Nike products, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. They're revealing that a lot of this stuff is not made in Italy. This stuff is actually made over in Asia.
Yeah, but that's how they can make so much money.
That's how they can make so much money. But this is something that we didn't already know.
I knew that.
Yeah, this is something we didn't already know. But what I'm saying is for the normal people in the world who are just so oblivious,
Yeah.
and so, not knowing what's going on to the fact,
They just the middleman making hella money.
hella money. I mean, just imagine you spending all that money on a Gucci purse.
Just imagine
Louis Vuitton belt,
the
all that
produce
stuff.
everything they sell. Just imagine somebody produced this water bottle. They produce it and sell it. They make 10-cent profit. The other person buy it at a markup. That middleman, every time he just get it and sell it, he make hand over fist $4.
But I'm just thinking to myself, just imagine if you got a clothing company or, whether you design clothes. Fuck the middleman. Go straight over there, grab the shit, and come back.
That's why I love the movie American Gangster. American Gangster.
Go over there, talk to the
He
people.
went over there and made a direct connection. And that's why I don't even really like him, but Rose, Rick Ross, he got a lyric in one of his songs. I want to say it's 16. He is like, "White man hate me buying real estate in foreign land." One of his lyrics on one of his songs. I like that. Rose, I like you. Fuck it. I always say I don't like you. I admit it. You make good music.
Huh.
He said he got a song, "White man hate me buying real estate in foreign land," and it's true. Y'all hate when we do exactly what y'all do. Or honestly, what we was doing first, and then we taught y'all to do, and then y'all kicked us out of our own, and then y'all took it like we don't know what you're
Because the middleman makes a profit without doing anything at all. That's why.
And they make the most profit too. They make more than the producer.
But see, notice how people are on the side where they saying, "Oh, I can buy Jordans. I can just go over there and grab it," which ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, think bigger. If you were to make some clothing companies, create your own design, that's another way you can escape the plantation. Make your own shit. Go over there and grab the material and come back and do your thing.
Because most of these same companies if you want to call it sweatshops
Put
or whatever.
Walmart out of business.
Most of the same companies that make these Nike shoes or Gucci or Prada or whatever they make, not saying those companies use them, but whoever makes it, if you go straight over there and be like, "Yo, make me these Jordans or this or that," they probably got an agreement with Nike that, "Yo, even if we do make knockoff Nikes, we can't make them exact because we can get sued for that."
Because think about it like this, Walmart is a middleman.
The middleman.
It's probably the biggest middleman out there. You trying to grab all materials, fuck them. Go over there and grab the shit yourself and come back over here and do your thing.
We should be able to drive up to the farm. The farm got a little store in the front with all fresh stuff they just picked that morning. But they don't want to do that because that's direct to consumer. And that's how the world was when we had real silver and gold in our currency.
Man, tell them.
That's how, man. That's why they got rid of our real money and gave us this fiat currency.
Tell them.
So they could start chipping in on the taxes and reaping benefits of that, of the labor.
It all started in 1913 and ended during the Nixon administration. Go look it up.
We don't know what we talking about sometimes, huh? Ain't that right? Because we believe in Bigfoot and flat Earth and other stuff. Possibly. 45, 47.
Well, that's all the top. Oh, one more thing. I just want, speaking of Walmart, go out there and start stocking up because I heard through the grapevine that because of these tariffs, that we might be short on supplies in the upcoming year. Things might change. Things might happen. So make sure y'all go out there, stock up, get what you got to get, do your thing.
I don't care how bad it get. Don't ever become no cannibal. Y'all don't want no kuru. Y'all don't want no mad cow disease for humans. Don't a cannibal for real? You want to eat another person? Somebody you grew up with and got to know? Yeah, but he look tasty now. My stomach growling.
Crazy work at it. Walking Dead.
I did want to mention this, but we about to get up out of here. We still gonna pull these questions. But it says when to cut ties with people. When do you walk away from friends, relationships, and family? I kind of did want to talk about that because a lot of us, y'all drag people along with y'all through y'all lives, and you've already determined this bitch ain't no good for me. This nigga ain't my real friend. This family always talking about me, but yet you still looking out for all these people. You still trying to drag them along. You still see the best in them. Sometimes you gotta be like, man, F all that and cut them loose, bro. Now I ain't gonna go into it no more, but yeah, just consider that.
Is there a reason why you brought that up?
Nah, man, because I recently met one of my associates' friends, and I got that feeling like this nigga ain't a real homeboy to you. But who am I to really say something? I just hope you see it. And no. Then I talked to him. He was like, "Yeah, man, I already know this nigga don't really rock with me like that." And this nigga, he talk about me behind my back, and every time I got a girl, he be trying to hit him also. And I'm like, if you know the shit, get this nigga the fuck up out of there.
This happened lately?
This 2-3 days ago.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, if you like, why are you even? But you know, some people just, I don't know his scenario. I'm speaking in general terms now. Some people just desperate for friends, and some people just want to be liked so bad. Yeah, be liked by people who like you back. If nobody rocking with you, keep it pushing. But that's just me though. I truly have no issue with cutting people off. Other people, everybody needs to.
Especially when it comes to situations like that. I mean, he a slime ball for that shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
I can't stand dudes who do shit like that.
Everybody, bro.
Want to slide up, you know what I mean? Just because it's really because she's convenient.
No, it's him. My
No,
homeboy.
I know, but what I'm saying, the reason why he do that, 2 reasons. One reason because he can. Actually, you know what? It's because he a hater.
No. Well, my homeboy said he never been successful, but he has tried to talk to 4 or 5 girls I've been rocking with.
Oh.
According to what he said, he's like, I know he tried to talk to him because he came back and told me, but he never been successful. I'm like, bro, it's you. At the end of the day, It's you.
Does this person have some type of personality flaw or something?
My homeboy or my homeboy's homeboy?
The one who tried to talk to.
I just met him and I peeped his vibe. The vibe didn't feel right, so I just talked about him after we left out. But I just, I'm like, bro. But I was like, bro, you gotta understand, it's you. This nigga want to be you. I'm like, bro, but you doing your own thing, and I'm like, you're a real one for still trying to have somebody around with the hopes they'll change. But not everybody gonna change. Sometimes you gotta snip.
It is what it is.
But yeah, I just want to mention that. Yeah, we about to pull one question each. We about to. Damn, that shit.
Damn, I'm mad that bowl's all the way over there.
Way over there, bro.
Shit. Well.
Hey, you got wheels on your chair?
Yep, let's go ahead and...
Wheels on the chair go round and round.
My nigga.
Go ahead and say it.
Wheels on the chair go round and round, round and round.
Traveling Indonesia for this damn bowl. Who put this shit over here?
I don't know. If we had Mr. Fantastic Powers, we'd be good.
Shit. All right. Ready?
Yep, let's get it. One each?
Yep, let's do one each.
Should fold it up all.
I got a good one. Can I go?
Go ahead.
What advice would you give somebody in their first relationship?
In their first relationship?
In their first relationship.
Can we get an age on that? Can we hypothetically make up an age real quick? Because if it's a kid, I'm be like, have fun. It ain't gonna happen.
Let's go 18.
18.
Man or female?
Let's say a man, and let's say it's a girl that you know they ain't gonna make it.
Okay, if it's an 18-year-old male and a girl that's shaky, pretty much,
shaky.
I would tell him to get rid of her ass if she's shaky. Might as well. I mean, what's the point of telling him to take his time if you know damn well it's not gonna work out?
I'm gonna say what I always say to people in real life. I say know who to have fun with and who to take serious, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
But it's the first relationship though, so
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna learn.
He already took it there with her.
Because in his head, he gonna be like, "What the fuck did he mean by that? Know who to have fun with and who to take serious." You're about to learn off this girl if you need to have fun with her or take her serious.
I'll just say she ain't for you, bro.
No, because some girls can get whipped into shape. Not literally. Don't put your hands on nobody.
But what I'm saying is, this is his first relationship though.
My question, I kind of want to read it, but I kind of don't because I can't think of it right now. My question says, who was the first black to go into space?
First what?
First black man to go into space.
I don't know.
It's this guy, he never officially made it into space, but because he was on, I want to say the Challenger, that spaceship that blew up.
I don't know.
It was years ago before we was born. It was a spaceship. It went up into space and it blew up. And but pretty much his whole life, even when he was a kid, he was like 5, 6 years old. He'd go to the library, rent out a bunch of books, and the librarian kicked him out. They said you can't come to this library just because he was black. But he just wanted to read. He was reading all day. I forgot what his mom did. His mom did something. I think it was renting out books from another store, is getting white people to go in and rent the books out. But anyways, years passed. He became an astronaut. He went up into space, and unfortunately, it was one of those spaceships that blew up before it even left the atmosphere.
Was it the Challenger? Hold on.
I want to say it was a Challenger, but it's one of those spaceships that blew up before it left the atmosphere. And that same library that kicked him out for being black and they wouldn't let him rent books, years later, they named the library after him. I can't think of what his name was, but to me, that's the first guy to go into space. I could be wrong. I can't not think of his name right now.
I can tell you. The first black astronaut was, I remember seeing this guy. I can't pronounce his name. Guion Buford?
Guion. Space Shuttle Challenger, August 3.
Yeah, he was on the Challenger.
I'm saying, do it say if that's the ship blew up? No, because he's still alive. That can't be him. Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. No, it was a guy, though. He went into space and the spaceship blew up.
Because that's him.
Nah, he shouldn't be that old, though, because that guy's old. It's another guy. Type in black astronaut spaceship blew up. Or they named the library after him.
That's definitely him. That's Guion Buford.
No, this guy is another guy. Well, okay, if it's him, it's Guion Buford. Then I didn't know that.
Yeah. Do your research on him. Y'all got tablets and phones. What
Hey, let me put another question. That wasn't a real question, if you don't mind. A question like, that get our brains moving. Shout out to whoever wrote that question, though. This one says, how was your first... People always be wanting to know sexual stuff, man. God dang.
Because people are perverts. Y'all know who y'all are, you pervs.
What is the best video game? I'll do that.
Okay.
Hard to say, though, but I like Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers?
Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
I used to play with Yoshi all the time. I also like first-person shooters. Right now, my favorite game is Call of Duty. All of them. I can't even just limit it to one. But 007 probably started it for me with the first-person shooters.
I would say with me, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Why that game, my nigga? Why?
Because it was just fun. I mean, for one, I've always been a fan of West Coast hip hop. That was one thing. The other thing, too, you got to see a simulation of what the 90s gangster culture was during that time. You got to see one of your best friends be Eazy-E. Big Worm was your brother. It was fun because you can actually go inside places, you know what I mean, like a Cluck and Bill, and actually eat food and shit.
Don't they got a new, I keep seeing something about GTA Detroit. I don't know what that's about lately.
I ain't heard about that one.
If you look,
That made no sense because GTA 6 getting ready to come out. And that's supposed to be.
but I've been seeing it online lately. I don't know if it's somebody just made up, if it's a video, but I keep seeing something about GTA Detroit.
I haven't heard anything about that. It kind of don't make no sense because GTA 6 getting ready to come out, and that's based in Florida.
I heard Kendrick Lamar on, I want to say GTA 4 or 5 had a song on one of them.
5, he had
That's
he had a couple songs. He had
Not ADHD. He had
ADHD.
Well, it was something else too. It was
ADHD.
not Rick and Mortis. Was it Rick and Mortis?
He had one with Schoolboy Q. I think he had collard greens on there. I'm not sure.
I don't remember collard greens. It might be.
He definitely had ADHD.
I wonder, do they update the radios though? Because I don't really play it no more.
I want to say they do because on 4, the radio was way different than it wasn't.
No, I mean like
What I'm saying is on the PS4, the radio stations and songs, they were different than how they were on PS5.
No, I mean update like how you play NBA 2K or something. Every time a player get drafted or this or that happen.
I think it worked like that if you online.
That's what I'm saying. If you online on GTA,
I don't fuck with online. Online got too crazy.
Man, online, bro, they will not let you live, bro.
Online is crazy.
I remember when I played online, I just threw it in, bro. They kept killing me. Random
That's what I'm
dudes.
saying.
If you're not clicked up, it's get up out of here, bro. Bah.
You got a lot of trolling ass players too.
No,
they trolls. They like every time somebody new get on there, they pray like survival of the fittest.
Survival, bro. That's what it is. Like, bro, can I get started? Damn,
Nope.
can I?
It's too wild. It's every man for himself on there.
You can't buy no outfits. That every time they see somebody they don't know, get them for no reason, bro.
Straight anarchy.
Now I will say I do appreciate y'all doing the worst things to me online versus in real life. In real life, like say you really want to knock a person's head off, that's a good outlet. I just do it on the video versus in real life. In real life, it's final.
Well, just imagine if they remove all laws from society. Every day is gonna be like
It's
that.
gonna be like that. It's gonna be different.
I don't like you. Bah. Run you over with a car. Man, the wild. It's funny because yesterday I saw the wildest thing on there. Somebody was a pigeon, and they had a mortar and they threw it on random people and flew off.
Smart.
Wow, I didn't even know you could do that with you can have a pigeon mod.
Smart. I love all the mods they be having. You could drive around all type of trucks. I remember they had Spawn years ago. I want to say they had Neo from the Matrix. He was going around flying.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. It's getting too crazy online.
GTA mods, yeah.
But anything else you want to talk?
No, nothing else I want to talk about. Yeah, we about to get up out of here. We about to eat. Oh yeah, I did want to say this. All next month I'm going on an all fruit diet. Salute to me. I did make another thing that in January I was supposed to be like getting in shape. Clearly it didn't happen. But no, I'm about to do an all fruit diet. So today's gonna be my final day picking out all fruit.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
I was gonna ask, did you want to join in?
I'm not even gonna say anything.
You want to partake?
I'm not
all
gonna
fruit.
say it.
We make a pack.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not. I'm just gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. All fruit.
Okay. Well, check out my channel, Adrian, aka AD, on YouTube.
I didn't realize it, but almost every summer, that's when I really start taking my health serious. Almost every summer, I eat super healthy.
Well, I say this. Yesterday, I went on a 10-mile bike ride, bro. When I got back to the crib, man, my body just shut down.
Good sleep, though, right?
Man, great sleep. I didn't even know I was that tired. So actually, I sat down.
Said,
Man, I could kick my feet up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up. Man, that didn't happen.
you woke up holding the remote. Like,
I'm like, what the? That's exactly what happened. I'm like, what the fuck
I
happened?
know it happened to me. I remember.
It was a good ass sleep.
I remember I cracked this joke on this dude one time. I was like, yo, you fell asleep clutching a burrito. And it was a real joke, too, because it happened to me before. I just woke up.
But that'd be the best sleep sometimes.
Most of my jokes be stuff that really happened to me, y'all. I just...
You had a burrito like, hey, what the hell is it? You woke up at 80? He woke up
Yeah,
about
my hand was good. Still finish it off. Let me say this about you Mexican restaurants. Stop cutting burritos in half, especially if you wrap them in foil. Because when you wrap them in aluminum, a little particles of foil get in between the burrito. I always say don't ever cut my burrito, and they always want to cut a nigga burrito.
Man.
Don't cut at least mine, especially
go to
if you wrap it in like some paper wax or just paper, cut it. I don't care. But when you wrap it anything, I don't even feel like aluminum should be part of the food industry.
Go to Chipotle.
Keep that shit away from, man, bro. People be outside grilling. They put foil down on the grill and then they grill. I'm like, do you realize that's going right in your food? And what's the main thing they find in your brain? For people with Alzheimer's and dementia. Y'all stupid.
Well, hey, I wish I could keep talking, but I gotta go. So we gonna holler at y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.